Good morning and happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Ultracast, our science fiction comedy campaign, Flushed Out Season 1, Episode 2 now, I believe. I will
Mhm.
be the Space Master and host of the show, the Ultra Mega TTRPGer, aka the Jim Jones of Classic Gaming, aka everyone's favorite Aryan Tiefling. And I am here as always with my wonderful co-hosts and the cast of characters. Kind of just going around in circles. I'll introduce you and then just say who you're playing as. So, first off, we have Mar Hockman.
Hey, I'm playing as a robot.
All right.
I don't actually remember why I'm here because no one told me. But I found myself on the ship anyways.
Up next, we have Roger.
Hello, I'm playing everybody's favorite captain, Chip Mercer, captain of the Alabaster Dream, who found himself through 500 years into the future due to unbeknownst circumstances, unbeknownst to himself.
And last but not least, we have Duskwill.
Hey everybody, I am Jedgar No, the once living man that got his consciousness uploaded into a hologram to be the Alabaster's Dreams level 4 droid technician. But for some reason, somehow, some way, my visage and memory has been merged and mingled with that of famed horror writer Edgar Allan Poe.
Yep. And unfortunately, for some reason, everyone's favorite character, frick, his name escapes me already. Damn it.
Roland.
Roland,
Roland Dunstan.
Roland the Dung Beetle was not able to join us today, but the show must always go on.
Yeah, he's probably off looking for new samples of poop on the
He,
lower decks of
he's
the ship.
probably off plungering something.
There's like a 500
So,
year old like dried up shit in one of the toilets somewhere.
Hmm.
since he's actually gotten permission to actually start fully exploring the ship, it's like maybe there are some samples around the ship that I haven't been able to explore yet.
Maybe there's some hidden treasures out there.
Yep.
It's
So,
a whole new world.
Roger, are we still going with the idea of Chip doing a captain's log of the previous session?
Yes.
All right. You can take it away whenever you're ready. Then.
This be interesting.
Captain's log 002. We found ourselves in the middle of an asteroid field, and we had to do the unexpected. Actually, work together to survive, or else be blasted up our own asses. And then once that all of that was under control, we came across the nefarious ne'er-do-wells of booty bandits trying to take over our ship. Unfortunate for them, they didn't realize the power we have. So we sent those bandits straight up into the void, unbeknownst to where they go. But now we continue forth to boldly travel where nobody has traveled before, and that mainly includes us.
Yep. So I love how it's like you all didn't realize the power, where I, as a GM, also didn't realize the power that I just expect that I put in your hands at that moment with the ship.
Oh yeah, you gave us a
We
fucking Death Star.
we have somehow been in the most luckiest unlucky situation.
Well, okay, so what we did was, yeah, if you had listened to our session zero listeners, we had basically rolled up what kind of ship we had, and we basically, yeah, it was basically like a Death Star sized ship, and then I just found like the closest ship I could find that would hold like that many people on it. I'm like, oh, this is cool, and then I read it over like during that Booty Bandit battle. I'm like, oh shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, behind the scenes, I already rolled up on the table in here what today's episode is going to be, and I think this is going to be a fun one.
Oh no. Guys, the Space Master's excited. Worry.
All right. All right. So as we pick up from where we left off, you have since exited the booty asteroid field. Booty asteroids could not make those words combine together properly. And you are still floating in the vast space, with your system telling you, with the AI anal going, hello, you have 3 days until you reach the nearest planets.
Excellent news there, Adel. Finally, we can finally see more civilization.
I still can't believe I came up with that name on the fly like that. Artificial intelligence and assisted living.
It's very on brand.
Very much for this game. But
Mhm.
so let's see. Where are you all guys at during this time? Are you all still like in the control room, or are you all kind of out and about on the ship doing other things? We'll start with Roger first.
Basically, I just have this idea of Chip whenever he is not I'm trying to. I know it's based off of somebody specific, but I cannot remember who the character is. Where when he's alone by himself, thinking that nobody's there, he's just down in his leopard patterned speedo, and he's just in front of a mirror practicing kung fu moves with some makeshift nunchucks.
Hmm.
I feel like I know this reference, but the name escapes me.
Again, I know what it is, but I can't think of where I can remember this from.
Was it Ace Ventura?
No, I don't think it's Ace Ventura.
Although
But
Ace
that's
Ventura did do some really weird stuff like that.
oh yeah, he definitely did.
Trying
But
to see.
anyway, he just be in his quote unquote captain's quarters, which is just him taking his brother's old room, and just yeah, he's just basically just down in his speedo thing. Is just like, come on, Chip, you can do this. You need to show how much of a badass you are. And he's just like practicing like kung fu moves, and yet because of like how fat and obese he is, he's always just he tries to do like a high kick and he just falls flat on his ass.
So you say you're in your brother's room, the former captain currently. So I'm kind of curious to know from Chip's perspective, what was his brother like?
Pretty much, it was just the whole entire thing of prim and proper. Everything was neatly organized and in place, but he always had like this little diary over to the side about how much he had to prove himself to mommy and daddy because all their attention went to me because, well, Chip being Chip. So he has like a little underlining aggressiveness towards Chip. So like one of his like favorite things to read was just reading the verses of the Bible of Cain and Abel. It's just like, I completely sympathize with you.
Mhm.
So it was a typical kind of like a brotherly love relationship where they were constantly fought but they would like, have each other's backs kind of deal, or
Oh no, Chip's brother hated Chip.
oh,
Damn.
Because like I said, he did everything he could to try to do everything right for mom and dad, but where Chip is being Chip, all their attention had to go towards Chip, or else Chip would have been thrown out of an exhaust port at some point in his life.
Hmm.
But in Chip's mind, he's thinking like, I love my brother.
Hmm.
all right. So Captain Chip is currently doing that. Morhawkman, what was your robot's name again?
Sod.
What is Sod doing?
Sod is just kind of sort of permanently distracted by the number of things on the ship that are not in proper working order, and kind of sort of like going from one thing to another, trying to find things he can fix.
Um, go ahead and make me an intelligence check. And remember, that's a D20 and a D6. And let me know if you got a 1 or a 6 on that D6.
Okay. I got an 11 and a 1.
Okay, so you were kind of going about trying to repair some stuff, and then I think you accidentally come across something that you're not quite familiar with, but you tried to fix it anyways. And then I think at that moment, when Commander Chip was messing around the nunchucks in his room, you accidentally you do something wrong. A spark flies from the console you were trying to fix, and the lights in Chip's brother's room suddenly just goes off, and it's now pitch black in his room.
Ew. My.
He just pretty much he'll act all right with that. Chip will just thank that he kicked out of the light. It's just like, oh no, it's dark in here, mommy, daddy, I can't see.
At which point, Sod is just like, because which wire is out this time?
Oh,
Because he's really not sure how what he touched was connected to that, and it's like, huh. Or I really should find a proper wiring diagram. I don't actually have a wiring diagram of this ship. So many wires that I don't know where they go.
all right. So while that's going on, Duskquill, what is Jedgar No doing?
Probably going about doing his duty since there's no life or death situation going on, as if you even have a concept of life or death being a thing that of two people that have died before. Just his hologram zipping about the ship, seeing if there's anything like any droids that look like they could be repaired to try and get the ship back up and running it at a good speed, while his menagerie of physical manipulation drones trying to keep up with this hologram.
All right. Make me an intelligence check as well for you then. D20.
My favorite kind roll.
Let me know if you get a 1 or a 6 on the 6.
I remember. I remember this system far too much than I would like. Oh, got to re-roll this one. Fell off. 11. So in a -1, so that'd be 10.
All right. So you're kind of looking around, and I'll say, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, y'all know the from the movie WALL-E, the little tiny robot that scrubs the floors with its little roller hands.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what you find, and you're able to get repaired. And you just see this tiny little thing, kind of like doop beep doop beep.
This thing is gonna hate rolling.
Yeah, and then your form upgraded, didn't it, recently after the last level up? I believe you leveled it up to. Hold on, I'm trying to find it again.
Yeah, it should be like the whole thing where you have like a
yeah, you're a hard light
quote-unquote-
hologram now.
Oh yeah, I can physically manipulate reality with the hologram now because I'm hard light.
Yeah, because you did the roll and you got the 5. I think you got either the 5 or the 6 to level up that advancement. All right, so yeah, so you just see this thing, and this thing is like beetle beep, and it starts to go. It's just to go. You just see as it starts scrubbing the floor with its hands and just going away.
I see I have resurrected quite an unfortunate creature. It is not going to like its time here. Anyways, on to the next part of business.
All right. And as you're watching this thing, you all hear the ship's AI anal say through your intercom or systems. Like I would imagine the AI, the simulation, and the robot don't necessarily need earpieces. They're probably hooked. They probably have an internal system that allows them to communicate with the ship in other ways as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you just hear the voice of Anal go, "Oh no! A large object detected ahead."
Another one.
We just
Another one.
got done with it. We just got done with an asteroid. What more can we possibly fight?
You say another one, all of a sudden the ship goes, playing DJ Khaled.
Jedgar will zip into the control room and say, Captain, I believe we have a situation on hand.
Yeah. Also, I'll just say this: he didn't have time to put his clothes back on, so you're just gonna see him in his leather jacket and speedo at this point.
Not the shit Speedo.
Oh no!
He's like,
Rod being a robot basically just doesn't care. He's like, oh, that's what he's chosen to wear today. Okay, then.
it's just like, Ado, bring up the object above screen.
All right, everyone, make intelligence checks for me, please.
Yeah, I need to pump more points into intelligence stat.
Oh wow, I got a 17 into 6 this time.
I got a 14.
I got a 12 minus 1, so 11. And I didn't
right.
get a 1 or a 6.
So I'll say with the successful intelligence checks, you all recognize as the screen kind of the big screen pops up in the control room, a Star Cruiser ship. Not like a massive one. It's like it's like a Star Cruiser ship that's enough to hold like maybe like a dozen-man crew, basically.
Oh, okay.
But for Assad, something in your memory bank, as you recognize the hold on, I need to figure out what the name of these guys, because I know what alien race they are. I just gotta figure out what like their alliance would be called or something. Oh no, this will be a funny play on it. As you recognize, so Saab, you recognize the giant 2 capital A's on the side of the ship for the Animal Alliance. Mark, you there?
Yes.
All right. I didn't know if you heard what I said at all or not. You got really quiet.
I wasn't sure if you were done yet, and I was waiting for you to finish.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all recognize the ship as a Star Cruiser, but Saad, something in your system tells you recognize the 2 large capital A's, like kind of painted on the side of the ship for the Animal Alliance Federation. So AAF.
Okay.
As I look over, it's just like,
So hold on, Marhawk, do you share this with the crew?
Oh yeah. Well. Okay, so out of universe, I actually don't know who those are. So like, there's not really anything I could tell them other than their name.
So basically, if we're going to go this, basically it's a federation of space furries.
Oh, I wasn't sure if this was a play off of the World Wildlife Federation or PETA or something, but okay.
No,
Space
I
furries,
figure
that's
calling it the
funnier.
Animal Alliance was kind of like simple enough that I think you guys would get it. But I guess that was my mistake. But no, these are basically this is basically a large alliance, a large federation of like anthro aliens.
Okay then.
Does someone get the chainsword?
So yeah, I'm going to tell people that and let them make the obvious conclusion.
I like what Pork Chop says. The Defensive Intergalactic Colonial Kingdom Syndicate, or DICS.
What goes better together than dicks and butts?
Right.
Dick butt.
So,
what Jedgar possibly know about them? Because like he's probably been on the ship for a while. He's probably seen a thing or two.
You know what? I'm just going to leave that to be like a quick luck roll here that I'll make really quick.
And if not, I could just simply say his memory corrupted. That's kind of the best scapegoat for this character.
Yeah.
So as you're sifting through like your files, the ones when whatever's corrupted, not corrupted, you actually do find a bit of information about the Animal Alliance Federation.
Anything of particular note that would be absolutely important to know on hand at the moment?
Hmm.
Don't need to tell me the whole backstory of them, just anything that's going to be extremely useful for us to know at the moment.
I think for the most part, you realize that these were basically kind of just like it's very similar. It's kind of the story. Their backstory would be kind of similar to how like the Sith treated other alien races in Star Wars. Towards like they like a lot of them like these animal alien races were very much looked down upon. So they basically ended up like starting their own federation and made like and had talks so that way they could try to live in harmony with the other planets instead of having to worry about fighting constantly.
So a bunch of racially outcasted people trying to make their own thing.
Yes, in a sense.
Okay, so not that much of a threat then. All right.
Well, that's the part you're not quite sure because it seems like the part that would say like the more like it looks like at one point it should continue about more about it, but the files are a little almost but the file kind of corrupts after that for you.
Data degradation. Okay.
It one of Sod's things he was going to mention is like going to ask if they look like they're in a hostile posture. Are they actually here to attack us or what?
As you ask that question, Anal comes back on and says, "It's like Commander Chip. It looks like we're being handled."
What was that? The high pitching kind of cut it out for a bit.
Sorry, I was trying to do the Mrs. Doubtfire
peeked.
voice.
He peeked the
Yeah.
mic.
It was like your microphone was trying to capture the sound of a dog whistle.
It's like, oh, it's like, so I'm just going to talk normally now, but imagine it just being said in the Mrs. Doubtfire voice, like, Commander Chip, it looks like we're being hailed.
I would advise caution, Captain. This federation is a collection of discriminated outcasts trying to form their own government. I can't recall if they host any petty grievances.
Yes, that is one thing to definitely take in concern. Chip is actually going to like try to set a connection with them.
Man, it's too bad Roland's not here because it would be great if he did his first mate duties of just repeating everything the captain says while we're in a very critical communique.
Oh, that'd be the other thing is that since they're like animals and everything, what would their reaction to seeing a bug man would be?
Especially a non-furry one.
They would probably question where he came from.
Okay,
like,
now here's the
seen
thing.
before.
If it's a mammal, it's a furry. If it's a reptile, it's a scaly. What do you call an insect person?
That's a very good question. Now that you bring that up.
Well, okay, it's like in the whole like a furry scaly thing. The next obvious thing would be disgusting. But when we're talking about like actual like alien races,
Like I know if we do actual
no, like
hard sci-fi
arthropod
classification, they're arthropoid. But I mean,
yeah, that was basically like the only thing that came to mind for me.
thanks, Stellaris. You gave me so many alien classifications to work with.
Well, I mean, like then you have things like fungoid aliens and all that joyous stuff.
The bug
Anyway.
aliens and most playable sci-fi games are actually pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
Hold on.
But yeah,
So hold on. I'm trying to have Gemini create an image really quick of what you will see on when the screen pops up.
I swear, there's gonna be like the fan recreations of what Philinids from 40K look like. It's a bunch of cat girls.
yeah, because depending on how they look will determine whether or not we attack them or not.
Good pork chop. I want to say something, but I think it's a slur already.
Well then.
So I'll share the image in a moment. It's down. It's being generated now, but the screen pops up and Commander Chip you see the most beautiful anthro lioness you have ever laid eyes upon.
It's like greetings and salutations. I am Captain Chip Mercer of the Alabaster Dream. And he's going to do like that one thing where, like, even if he's in a chair, he's doing like the whole thing of like spreading it out and having like his like legs like spread open and everything,
Wait a
especially
minute.
since he's got his
I was about to say,
leopard
aren't you
pattern.
still
Isn't he
in the
still
Speedo
only
and-
wearing the jacket and Speedo?
Exactly.
So here's the question: should this be a charisma roll at advantage or disadvantage?
I don't know.
I
Did,
think
did,
we
he,
are-
did he clean the Speedo? Did he clean the
How
Speedo?
about
Because we
both
do
at
have
the
a
same
state
time?
difference between being dirty and clean.
I feel like at this point they would have been clean for like the once a week he actually washes it.
Can we do a roll with both advantage and disadvantage simultaneously?
Oh God, freaking pork chop with the puns. They too practice eugenics.
Eugenics.
But
You know what? Just make a charisma check, just at regular.
All right. Well, I got an 18. And I got an 18, but I rolled a 1.
So
You know what? This makes this pretty much makes utter sense.
okay, nope, that's not gonna help me at all. But so you succeeded on the check, but you rolled a 1. So what would the freaking hindrance be?
That I actually didn't wash in it, and it looks all matted.
Oh no, I know what the hindrance is.
Okay.
As soon as she comes on screen, you get a raging visible boner.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. That tracks.
It's the freaking it's freaking Talladega Nights. You're harder than a diamond in an ice storm, baby.
Oh no.
That makes sense. But that's the thing, though. Since it was such a high charisma, does that do something for her?
It occurs to me that this is actually kind of a logical thing because of the fact that you're basically just wearing shorts. And so,
I don't know. Is the other party attracted to competitive eaters?
That's a very good question now too. Like, so you succeeded the check. Your hindrance gave you the hindrance is you're like rock hard in front of her right now. God, what is it? Jesus, I feel like this is my Crystal Straw campaign all over again. Oh, those are cool images of Jedgar No, basically Mar Hockman, that you put in the private chat.
yeah. Like I said, it's like it didn't make bad pictures. It's just that they're not exactly what I was hoping it would make.
Well, I imagine Jedgar No would look like Edgar Allan Poe, basically. Still, just have memories of his past life.
Well, it says that the image and memories will be a mix between the original personality and the famous person. So
Right, but like if the actual like way that the real person looked was similar. Ooh, that could be the reason why they're mixed. Is that the pictures looked so similar that the computer got them confused with each other.
maybe.
So that the end result looks exactly like Edgar Allan Poe because the living person that got mixed with him looked almost exactly like him.
Oh, that would be. Oh, yeah, that would actually be kind of interesting. So I have this oracle table in front of me that I just roll for random stuff every now and then for kind of luck stuff, and she doesn't look that interested in you at the moment, Commander Chip, but she doesn't really say anything about it.
Okay.
Oh, frick! Now I need a name for her. God damn it!
In his mind, since she isn't phased by that, in his mind, he's just like, play it hard, but I like it.
I wish my hotspot was working so that way my internet wouldn't be so slow, so I could look all this crap up faster. Uh,
Like, are you just needing like a random
I'm
name generator or
just I'm
something?
thinking I'm thinking of a good name that would make like a female lion. Because uh,
Are these
okay, I
going to
got one.
look like the classic manga version of feral
Eh,
animal girls?
I'm going to guess Thundercats. So
Thundercats. That's
Oh,
a good one
that's
too.
there we go.
Oh, hold on. I got the image of her already generated, and this is gonna be Captain Zabel will be her name. Sable.
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 Alright.
Yep. And I'm sending now what she looks like in the chat.
I would say if she was going to look more like the captain from Treasure Planet.
Nope, these are like full on animals, humanoid animals, basically.
Oh, she even got claws for hands. Hmm.
Yep, they do.
So would this mean the herbivores would have hooves?
So she's like, as she comes going out, she's like, I am Commander Sable of the star of the oh fuck, I didn't name for the why do
The
I keep
ship.
doing this to myself? I keep on wanting to give names to everything. All right, hang on. Yep, ship name 2D12s. Thank
Hey,
God for nipples.
hey, if you look closely at your picture, a picture you already posted has a ship name in it. Leonis Pride.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. The one time I don't ask for Google to give me names. I am the commander of the Leonis Pride of the Animal Alliance Federation. State your business.
With pleasure. We are currently on our way towards the planet of
Whatever disease.
whatever it is. We have just emerged from a 500-year cryo sleep, and we're trying to resupply our ship with the necessities, if you know what I mean.
Make another straight charisma check for me.
All right. Oh, 16 and a 6.
Okay. you it's like so it's like you swung one way, now you're swinging back the other way. All right, so you kind of see as she kind of like you hear like a murmur of someone just kind of talking to her off screen for a split second as they're like you probably guessed that they're probably if they have something to scan your ship to make sure like there's nothing else too crazy on board. So she scans so it's like they're basically scanning your ship to make sure like you're not too much of a threat. And I'm trying to pick up. Would a ship scanner detect a robot and a hologram as life forms?
I mean, it would detect that we were there. Well, actually, that's an interesting question. With this though, is that with robots, yes, like you would have to have the scanner be able to discern whether it's intelligent or dumb. So, like
Well,
you have the scanner give you a number of robots. Like, oh, there is X number of robots on the bridge. Are they dumb robots? I don't know.
we'll just say for the sake of it, yes, it can detect like especially since he's now a hard light hologram. I think he would be a little bit easier to detect. So we'll say Captain Sable then comments, "You have such you. It's like you have such a large ship, yet our scanners detect only four different life forms on the ship."
Yes, it's as I stated. I have recently woken up from a 500-year-long cryo sleep and only came across one living life form upon this vessel, a robot and a hologram.
You are the
After
only. So you're the only
after
human aboard the ship.
yes.
Hmm.
Yes, that is correct.
Right. She thinks for a moment, and trying to think of what she will do now. Is there anything that anyone else wants to try to ask or understand in this moment, or are you all just kind of waiting to see what happens?
Hmm.
Well, okay. My character would want to ask why they're here and what what their goal is, but he's already in conversation, so it'd be rude to
Oh,
interrupt.
they actually do have a certain goal in mind at the moment, but that hasn't been brought up yet. So, but
Jedgar would like to intercede, saying, "Pardon my intrusion into the discussion, Captain, but I wish to ask a question of the other party."
right, she just gives you a nod to like just like a nod, yes, for like go ahead.
Tell me, how close are we to the nearest civilized system? Is it is it of the kingdom or the Federation?
Wait, what kingdom are you talking about? Out
Is
of character.
it isn't that the name of them? Dicks. Last word being kingdom.
Oh no, that was just a joke that Porkchop
Mm.
was making. They are part
Okay.
of the Animal Alliance Federation. That's what
Oh,
this
okay.
is.
Okay. Well, then blame that instead.
Yeah. So she asked, "You are about 3 days out from the nearest habitable planets. You came on our radar. Your ship came upon our radars as soon as you entered AAF space territory."
And Captain, it seems we are in Federation territory.
Hmm. I see.
I'm going to do something here again really quick because I'm curious how she would react to. Okay, so basically, what you all don't know, but for for players, I'll let you all know. They were scanning your ships for the weaponry, for any weaponry that would also be on your ship, and for some reason, their ship does not pick up the freaking 200 plus little lasers that are on your terraforming ship as well.
Mm.
It's like your ship seems to be not the threat to us. Would you mind if I, with accompanied by two of my guards, come aboard for further discussion?
Oh, with pleasure.
Make a charisma check on that. See how she reacts to that. And actually do it with advantage this time.
Oh, okay.
So it's 2d20 and 2d6, and then you just pick the higher of the two from each.
A 13 and a 1.
So you just see her
Well,
raven
no. Hold on. You said the highest of the two. Then I got like
Yes.
a 3 on one of them. So yeah, it's just a 13.
All right. She's like, we shall be on your ship momentarily. And the screen then disconnects.
All right. I'm gonna look at it as like look at the others as like, boys, we need to be on our absolute best behavior.
Jekyll kind of raise a brow at that as he looks Chip up and down and still nothing but his jacket and Speedo.
And he's looking at you up and down. It's like, should I put some pants on?
Might be best advised, Captain.
Duly noted. And he's just gonna rush back over to his captain's quarters and just put on a pair of pants and a shirt.
It's like, and then you also hear like the voice of Anal coming from the room. It's like, I have the Pussy Sucker 3000 online if you need to use it, Commander.
Oh God.
Not right now, but Make a note of that.
This, Jesus, this is just Space Curse of Strahd. This is what we're devolving to. All right, so hold on. I generated the so you see, give it about. Actually, let me do. We'll say about like 15, 20 minutes later. Y'all will see on the ship as like a smaller shuttle will like depart from the cruiser and come to like you have to go down to lower level 2 because that is where like all the ships and vehicles are located, and that's also where the docking bays are. And so I'm assuming like Bar Hawkman with his rope, because you're a robot, you're able to quickly access the stuff and open the docking bay for them to come in on.
Okay.
And then you see as she walks down, you see that like it's like it's basically kind of like the idea of like the ship that brings Emperor Palpatine to the Death Star, where that one bottom part just lowers as she walks down, and she's followed by 2 more Anthro Lioness women. And basically, frick, what's the name of the movie where it's got the commercial words like "I'm doing my part" and they're like killing the Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, the Anthro Lioness women are basically dressed like that in the guard outfit, and they're each carrying like blaster rifles in their hands.
Okay. All right, and then Chip will just reintroduce us like, "Hello and welcome aboard the Alabaster Dream. Once more, I am the captain of this vessel, Chip Mercer." And he'll do like a gentlemanly bow as best as he can.
All right, and she will actually she returns the bow to you as well. It's actually interesting because it's kind of like the Japanese style of bow, where she actually will place both of her paws together, and she'll like just bow to you.
Okay.
She's like, yes, and you actually see as she kind of moves herself back up straight. She looks around and she takes note of the equipment that's down here in this level, and she's like, "This was a terraforming ship."
Yes, it was. Like I said before, this vessel is actually from 500 years ago, where the previous crew was in charge of terraforming. Was it Mars?
Yes, for Operation Musk.
Of terraforming Mars of the Milky Way galaxy for Operation Musk.
It's like Musk, you say?
Yes.
As in the once great great innovator Elon Musk?
You would be correct, madam.
Interesting. Right. And you actually see as she'll kind of look over her shoulder to her 2 guards, and she'll nod. And you actually will see as they'll put the rifles like onto their backs. So kind of is like they're not gonna do anything. She's like, "Please forgive my my 2 personal guard. It's like you can never be too careful in these reaches of space."
Oh, of course not. No harm done. After all, you can never be too careful.
Right. And then and who were these? And then she gestures to Sod and Jedgar that are probably right behind you. It's like, and who are your companions here?
Yes. This here is Sod, my robot companion that I came across when I woke up from my 500-year-long slumber. And the hologram here is Jagger, who was once alive, but now he is in the body of somebody else, as far as I'm aware.
Interesting. Even with our innovative technology, I have not seen such designs like these. And she actually looks more at Jedgar taking his holographic form with great interest.
Jacker was sort of nod his head and he would simply say, Unfortunately, my form is rather compromised. I am not my usual self. I am, in fact, the merging of two souls into one form.
You actually see as like you see as she extends a finger and like a small claw just kind of comes out, but she just kind of goes because again you're hard light, so she just kind of goes like tink, 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 tink. Interesting.
Yeah, Chip is gonna see her poking at Jigger, and he's gonna be, and you're gonna see just like a little twitch in his eyes, just like she's supposed to be poking me. God damn it!
Hmm. How about it's like I'm trying to figure out. Everyone make charisma checks at this point. Just have everyone do it this time.
Oh no.
God, I hope Jagger gets a 20.
Oh my! I got an 18 into 6.
Little did we know, Miss Kitty is a necrophiliac and a robosexual at the same time.
I rolled the 13 again.
I gotta re-roll this one. This one fell off. Doing the -1, that'll be a 13.
Okay, so she takes it to you, but then she kind of lays eyes on Sod and takes it in his brand new form and physique because he's a new robot that was like just opened up basically. She's like,
Yeah.
And you kind of see like the stars in her eyes, like, oh my goodness, this is a masterpiece. And she's like, and again, she's kind of going ting 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 ting, and then she goes to the crotch. It's like so. I'm curious. How crap? I'm losing my words here again. Shit. It's like do you perform? It's like how? And she actually looks at you, Sod, and she's like, how many functions can you perform?
Depends on how you define function, I suppose. Many of my functions are related to doing mechanical maintenance on the ship that I am stationed in.
Yep. It's like and you just kind of not Sod wouldn't like pick it up at first, but I imagine like the other two, you just kind of see her you see Captain Sable mutter herself, I'd like you to fix me up. All right, so and then she kind of recomposes herself like really quickly as she kind of sees everyone just kind of staring, and she's like, she kind of straightens her head hair, and again she's got that braid, and so she's like, Commander Chip, would you mind showing me around this illustrious ship of yours?
It would be an honor to show you around. And basically, he'll just be like showing her around the ship, but just talking about all the shit that he got up to into the past because he doesn't know like what everything does in the ship. He's just like, and over there is where me and some other former associates of mine from 500 years ago had some wicked sick parties under the digression of our former captain, aka my former captain, aka my brother.
All right. And what exactly happened to the rest of your crew?
Well, from what I can remember, we had just finally completed our mission to terraform Mars. We were all celebrating, and
somehow explicitly outside of my control and knowledge, the ship jumped into the vastness of empty space. That was totally not at fault.
Yeah, it's just like, but due to unforeseen circumstances, something had gone wrong with the maintenance of the ship, causing everybody to evacuate while I was left on board for 500 years in cryosleep as it just drifted off into the vast emptiness of space.
Interesting. And you and your other compatriots? I detected 4, but I have only met you and the other 2.
Yes. My second in command, Roland, I sent him on a special assignment to go and examine the rest of the ship since he was only, since at the time he was only allowed into the, let's just say, the underpassage of the ship for the time that he was on board.
All right. So I guess I should ask, what are Sod and Jedgar doing? Are they following behind the other two, or do they go about and do other business?
Jekker is going to go back to his duties of trying to repair what he can on the ship.
Yeah, Sod is going to double check to make sure everything in the landing bay is in proper working order because you wouldn't want an unfortunate accident to happen to their nice shuttlecraft or something.
All right. So we'll say about 20 minutes goes by. Everyone make me wisdom checks.
Make a what check?
Wisdom.
Okay.
Because wisdom is used for perception, which is what's kind of happening here.
Literally the only stat I got a positive in.
I got rolled a 5, but I got a +1, so I got a 6.
Okay.
I got to re-roll that one. Oh, 14 and a 6.
Okay. What about you, Marhawk?
I got a 7 and a 6.
Ah,
Oh, also I have a -1 on my wisdom stat apparently. So
was that 5 then?
6 and 6, I guess.
Oh, so you rolled a 7, but got a 6 total.
No. It's like the base number is 7 with a -1 to reduce
Yeah,
it
that'd
to
be
6.
bad.
And
So a 6
but
and a 6.
yeah,
It's okay.
That's what I said. You rolled 7 on the D20, and the -1, you got 6 total.
Yeah.
And then, and what was yours? What was your D20 roll again total, Duskquill?
14 with a 6.
So, Commander Chip, you are leading Captain Sable around your ship, just showing off the different levels. You failed to notice her 2 guards she brought on have not been following you.
All right. And he's just be like, I seem to notice that it's just the 2 of us.
No, you don't know that.
No, you don't notice.
Oh, I don't notice it. Okay.
Because you rolled
all
so
right, well,
low.
he's just going to keep on prattling about, unbeknownst to him, that it's just the 2 of them.
So I'm trying to remember for your character, Duskquill. Even though you're hard light, you still like kind of come from like a drone, correct?
It's his method of portable projection without having to zip around all the time. So it's for more like I guess like short distance traveling. But he also likes to stick around with it because it was his only method of manipulating reality. So he's probably keeping the habit.
All right.
Plus they got all of his tools too, so it's probably more practical as well.
Okay, because I had a completely different idea of how it worked. I was thinking something along the lines of like if anybody here has seen Ben 10 Alien Force, his alien goop, where it was like a little spaceship that caused like the little mucus form of himself to like be able to move around and such.
It's been a hot minute since I watched Ben 10.
So
I need to rewatch it.
So here's what's gonna happen with your character, Duskquill. I'm gonna count your drones as like a second pair of eyes. So while the eyes on your hologram form is like working on something, your drone picks up as one of the other guards is kind of like trying to slowly like walk up behind you and like redrawing redrawing the blaster rifle from her back. So because you rolled a 6 on that D6, I will give you the opportunity to do something in this moment as the Linus guard is like trying to sneak up behind you and she's drawing her blaster rifle back out.
Oh, Jekker is definitely going to take this as a hostile action, but they're still technically negotiating parties. So he's going to allow her to get a little bit closer, and then when it seems like she's about to do something, a couple more of his smaller flying manipulation drones will appear, and them and his main body drone will just start whipping out several body tubes and electrical implements and have them all pointed at her before he says, it seems that you are away from your captain. Is there
Well,
an
hold
issue?
on. Before you get to the rest of that, I need you to make a. So you're trying to. So you're trying to control your drones to do what again?
Basically, they just whipped out a lot of like their different power tool and electrical implements, and just wielding them pointed at her, like saying, "I also have weapons."
So you're trying to intimidate her, basically,
Yes,
to get her to stop from. Okay, so make it. So because I'll say this is a charisma check, but with advantage.
charisma with advantage.
Yeah. So 2d20, 2d6, take the hires.
Okay, 6, but that's a 1 on the 20, and no thank you. Okay, so an 8 and a 6.
Okay, so your drones come down, they whip out all their tools, and what does your character say?
And so he says, I see that you are away from your captain. Are we having an issue with the meeting?
So because you rolled that 8 on the d20, you're not intimidated by she's not intimidated by you, but with that 6 on the d6, she definitely hesitates. And the only thing,
I think she was expecting a small swarm of robots with scary looking tools appearing out of nowhere.
so she just looks at you, and she just kind of looks at you, and you hear this line, this guard battle. It's like, you're coming back with us. And while that's going on, we're going to move to Marhawk characters really quick. As what are you doing now, Marhawk?
He's in the hangar.
Yeah, I was in the hangar, just like double checking everything to make sure it's working properly.
All right, so you don't sense at first, as the Linus guard, as the other Linus guard starts to sneak up to you, she draws her blaster rifle from her back, but instead of she's not going to shoot you. She raises it up like she's going to bash you on the top of your robot head with it. But with the 6 on the hindrance, also you just get that feeling, and you can roll me a. Actually, I will roll for her to see if she can bash you at disadvantage.
Okay.
So I need 2d20 and 2d6. So let me roll the d. So I got it. I rolled a 6 and a 1 on the d6s. So it's a 1 and a 3 for her.
Oh wow.
So I will give you. So right as she's about to break, so she slowly raises the rifle. I just imagine Marhawk, man, like your robot head just whips around 180 degrees and locks eyes with her. In that moment, as she says that something was wrong. And I will allow you, if you want to, I will give you a free attack on her if you want to do that, or anything else you would like to do in this moment.
Sure. I would attempt to disarm her.
All right, so make a strength check with advantage.
Wait, do I roll 2d6 for that or only 1?
It's 2d20 and 2d6, and you take the higher of either.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember that it's like, obviously I'm going to roll 2d20. I'm not sure if it's 2 of the other things. Okay. Impressive. I got a 7 and a 5. And that was with advantage. Yes. with advantage. I rolled a 7 and a 1 on the 2d20 and a 5 and a 1 on the 2d6.
So you're trying to struggle, trying to get this blaster out of her and disarm her, and it goes off and shoots through one of the vehicles. Now the question is, it shoots through the vehicle. but
Will
it does not.
explode.
But it does not explode or anything, so you're safe. But so the other two, not Marhawk, Jedgar and Chip, make wisdom checks again for me.
Okay.
An 8.
I actually
Okay.
managed to get a 1 and a 1, rolling a d20 and a d6.
No, it was just supposed to be just Chip and Jedgar. You didn't need to roll it.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay.
What'd you get, Chip?
I rolled a 7, so I got an 8, but I also rolled a 1.
All right, so
Chip is trying his hardest to impress this woman so he can have some sex.
It's been 500 years, damn it.
so Jedgar doesn't hear, as he's still kind of like in a Mexican standoff with the other line of his guard. Chip, you don't hear it, and you're like trying to. So so at this time, we'll say a few minutes has passed. So where do you take the commander? Where do you take Captain Sable to? Where are you showing her off at this moment?
Can I just say to Morgan, we appreciate the aura farming of the Mexican style because we just got a hologram of Edgar Allan Poe facing away from a lion woman with a gun to his back while all of his drones are having power tools against her. He's not even looking at her.
I feel like at this point, it feels like we be getting up to like the I'm trying to remember like what it's called in Star Trek, like the residential area where like the people where kind of like where the staff members would like sleep and whatnot.
Oh, crew
Yeah.
quarters.
Well, what's
Crew
actually interesting is how people sleep. Is the cryo chambers are also used for like sleeping chambers as well.
Yeah.
So, and you have basically everyone has like, I mean, I should have clarified this a little bit more. You don't not because we'll say like the captain does have his own like office room, but as for like sleeping quarters, there's literally like how I mapped it out. There's literally like the very upper level of the room is all cryo chambers for sleeping, and then the next level is like lockers and stuff where people can store their personal belongings.
All right.
Because this was like maybe like a 500 plus crew on this ship, and so everyone was working in shifts. So whoever wasn't sleeping was working.
Yeah.
And so you're showing off all these cryo chambers,
Mhm.
and then when you turn around to face her, you are met with a blaster pistol pointed at you directly at your face.
Captain, ma'am, what seems to be the issue here?
It's like I was going to try to blow up the ship originally, but after coming across your two friends, I think I'll just take them and leave you here instead.
But I thought we were getting along so well.
It's like, and now that you show me all this, and she actually like places a hand on one of the cryo machines, so much technology that could help the AAF. So I think what we're going to do is you're going to come with us, and you're going to lead this ship to my superiors.
Is that right?
Yeah. So again, all right. So does Chip want to do now in this situation?
Okay, so how did they get aboard? Were they teleported on, or did they actually land the ship inside like a landing bay?
They landed a small ship. They landed a small like cruiser ship into your dock area, and it was just her and two guards. That was it.
All right, but their main ship is still outside, correct?
Yes, their Star Cruiser ship is outside. Was like it's like maybe like 20, 30 feet away from your ship. Like I don't know how space distance works.
Relative.
I was gonna say that right there would be like too darn close, especially with the sheer size of what this ship actually is. 30 feet away would still essentially just be touching it.
So we'll say like it's a couple hundred feet away then.
Yeah. Well, I would go with something like a quarter mile or half mile or something like that. That's like reasonably close, but not, it
I
might
mean, considering we got
bump
Because,
into it.
faster than light space travel, that would just take a couple of minutes for the shuttles to get
Yeah.
to point A to point B.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, it's just like, I must say, was not expecting this. That my charisma would do all the heavy lifting. But you know what else is heavy? The ammunition aboard this ship. Ado take aim at their star cruiser. If they even try to do anything, blow at the Kingdom Come.
So immediately, like, you hear like the voice of Anal, like it goes from Doubtfire to like it's the atypical like weapon system activated, and you just
Does she broadcast that throughout the whole ship?
Yep. And from the outside of the ship, the other like on the Star Cruiser ship, there's like various like anthro creatures, not just lions. There's like tigers. There's like some dogmen, various types of animals.
Dude, you could have gone with like lion. You went lions. You said tigers. I was hoping you were going to say bears.
Bears. Oh my.
Oh my!
Mm.
Oh, this would be lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! That would be if we actually were titling these episodes. That's what this would be called. But they all see from the Star Cruiser because again, your Star Cruiser did not pick up the weapons because I rolled a luck check on that.
Yeah.
So they all of a sudden see as hold on, I gotta find the stats for the ship again that I was using.
It has like 200 something guns from what I remember.
I know that's what I was trying to. I'm just trying to remember which exactly it was. Because it was like a big ship. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we're treating it as an orbital battle station that has 250 light lasers. And they just see as like little balls of light just start to appear all throughout the outskirts of the spherical ship.
It's like Ado hold that position. We wouldn't want anything unfortunate to happen to our guests now, would we?
Make a charisma check with advantage, Chip.
All right. Well, thank God, because I rolled a 14 on the charisma, and thank God, I rolled a 6.
Oh, thank God. So, what was your D20 roll higher again?
14.
14. So, she's not quite intimidated by you when you do that, but with the 6 of the D6, she's like, So what she's going to do, she's like, well played. And she's going to start slowly like backing away from you towards the elevator to try to escape. But she still has the gun on you at the moment. But the hindrance is she's not trying anything in the moment. It looks like she's going to try to get out of here. But she reaches to she kind of touches an earpiece in her ear that you couldn't see before, and she's like, "It's like we've been compromised, ladies. Try to grab what you can and go."
He's going to be like, you act like that you have the high ground in this situation.
You would risk the life of your companions over control of the ship.
I believe in my companions.
Speaking of which, we cut back to go to Duskwall first, and this Mexican standoff that's been going on the entire time.
How does the guard react hearing Anal's declaration of weapon systems being online and targeting?
You go ahead. You now make a charisma check with advantage.
Don't fuck with the man that has 250 laser cannons at his disposal.
Okay, so that's a 12 and a 2. Do 7 and a 4. So I guess 12.
Okay, so it looks like she's going to try to listen to the commander's orders. So how this has happened is we need to look up the initiative rules again in this game. Initiative. Okay, so all right, so you need to roll a it's a D. So roll a D6 plus your Dex modifier. Dusquill. Then I need to find
D6 with Dex.
Yep, and I roll 1 as well, and we're trying to see who gets higher.
I got a 2.
I got a 5 total. So she is going to try to hit you with the blaster rifle.
Is she just going to try to shoot the hologram? She's going to shoot one of the drones.
She's going to try to shoot at you, and on a 2, completely misses.
Then and that'll be my turn, correct?
Now it is your turn. Yes.
The drone with basically the cattle prod electric shocker to reset robots. I'm gonna have that take a stab at her and shock her.
All right, give me a second. I'm trying to remember what die I'm supposed to roll for hit dice on these guys in this game. Because again, I'm using the White Star Galaxy Edition for like monsters and ships and stuff.
Yeah.
Just trying to find. That's mechas. I don't need mechas.
We need Xenos.
Aliens. Here we go. Hit die. It does not say either in this for a hit dice. I'm assuming it's just a D6. All right, so go ahead and roll your attack then. I have the HP amount for this one you're fighting against.
What's a hit roll again?
It's still
D26.
well, you're trying to use your robots, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll say your robots are making like a melee attack. So roll, D20, D6, strength. Oh wait, you don't have strength because it's treated as 0.
Do I?
If I recall, in the rules for the simulations.
Oh no, I feel the urge to read now.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. Hold on, I just had it and I lost it. Yeah, simulations. Your strength is treated as 0 in your starting simulated form. Okay, but these are your robots though, so we'll we'll say how many.
Like it specifically states that your strength is treated as 0 in the simulation form.
So okay, so here's the question: how many drones do you have surrounding the Lioness Guard right now?
There's my main body drone. Would you say I have 2 or 3? Because I imagine he's probably gonna have like some drones just always constantly patrolling or staying nearby for in case he needs them to work on something.
Okay, so I'll rule this as you'll have two. You have 2 drones that came down and pulled out their kind of weaponry around her. So roll, D20 and D6. Add 2 to the D20. I'll give you a +1 for each drone on her.
Okay. Uh, 10 and a 6.
Right. So wait, is that a 10 total or a 10 on the die?
10 total.
All right. So
Rolled an 8.
So I'll say so you don't hit her, but because you got that 6, I'll say what you're like. One drone, as it came in and missed, the other drone was able to kind of it didn't do damage, but it was able to shock her hand, and she drops the blaster rifle.
At that point, Jedgar would slowly turn around to finally look at her and say, "I believe it would be best if you surrendered now."
She's going to take off running as soon as you say that. She takes off running back towards the ship that she came on.
Ship AI, Miss Anal, I would appreciate if you start locking down the corridors.
And as you say that, we will switch over to Sod. As I'll say, you're still like rustling and tussling with the other Linus guard, trying to disarm her, but it's like you're deadlocked in the moment. So, what would you like to do, Marhawk?
I mean, I kind of feel the need to finish the disarming attempt, even though it didn't really start out very well, because given the circumstances, it seems like a bad idea to allow this person to have a firearm near me.
All right, go ahead and make
So,
another strength check.
well, this one is an 11 and a 3, so hmm. I
All
do
right,
get
so
a +1 to strength, but that's not really a whole big bonus.
so that's the 11 total then, or 11 on the die.
11 on the dice, so it's like 12 total.
Okay, that's exactly what you need. Was you're able to rip the blaster rifle out of her hand. And what do you do?
I'm just going to demand, like, okay, what are you doing? Why?
Actually, let me see something. Okay, never mind. She kind of just looks at you and she's like, "You're coming back with us
Why?
to further empower the Animal Alliance Federation."
I'm not an animal. Why
No,
would
but
you
your tech will serve us well.
for what?
I literally just said for the Animal Alliance Federation.
So you don't know what they're planning on doing with me. Okay.
It is not my duty to question the orders given by my captain.
Hmm.
And at that moment, I think at that point is like the time when you hear Anal go through. It's like lower level docks locking down, and you see like basically it's the equivalent of like those giant metal doors just kind of just slamming down to keep anyone from trying to get through or get in.
Just big bulkheads.
Yeah, the like emergency bulkhead thingies. Yeah. So now the room is basically locked. Okay then.
Yep. And
I was going to say, like, well, looks like you're not leaving anytime soon. Yeah. How about you just relax and stop being a.
now here's the question, because all three are going on. Now, is the Star Cruiser going to try anything that's currently being ran by others? I'm going to make a luck roll. It does not. They are now on the Star Cruiser ship of the AAF. They are. It's like they're all kind of scurrying around. They're like it's like red alert kind of going on, but they are not making any attempts to attack at the moment. We come back to Chip. As again, she was starting to back away to the elevator to try to escape, and then you lock down the ship.
Just like I said, I trust my companions.
What do you want?
Well, there was something I was in the mood for, but you have ruined any kind of feelings I had at this point.
It's
You
like I was
spoiled the mood.
You spoiled the mood.
like immediately like boner gone as soon as you saw her draw the weapon.
Completely flaccid. My mama told me about women like you. I was hoping she was right.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Or it's like my mama told me about animal girls like you.
But
I just imagine just imagine there was like something similar to Satanic Panic, but it was related to like anthro women.
My mama always told me to never get in with the animal women.
Right.
But yeah, that raises a good question. What would he want out of this?
basically have the captain, a captain, and 2 of her guards on the ship currently.
Hostage held.
Yeah, Star Cruiser is not
with
quite
their-
sure what to
same-
do at the moment
Same
either.
with their cruiser too. Actually, got them held at gunpoint.
Actually, that is a good question. Does the ship have the capability to? No, it does not. So she can still reach to her ship through her own personal comms at this moment
Yeah,
if she
No
chooses to.
jamming.
No jamming. I rolled to kind of see if the ship had jamming capabilities, and it does not.
Well, I did say that if they tried to do anything for Anal to just blow the ship up.
You know, actually, I think I just came out with justification as to why this ship has so many fucking lasers. This thing is an orb in shape, right?
Yes, that you guys are on a Death Star spherical ship.
I will probably hazard a guess that we're just now colonizing space. We probably still haven't really been space traveling that much. So our lasers aren't that up to, our shields are not that up to snuff. So all the lasers there are mostly just to destroy asteroids before they collide. And it's like in full 360-degree coverage of the ship. It's basically a point defense system that we have weaponized.
Basically, yeah.
It makes sense.
Individually, they may not do much, but all together,
Yeah, and literally from the outside of the space, you see as 250 balls of light are decorated all throughout the ship as they are charging and ready to fire at the Star Cruiser if need be.
It's like
They're weak weapons, but there's a huge number.
but there's a lot of them.
Exactly.
It's the difference of having a cannon and a wall of AKs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. This is me just speaking outside. It wouldn't make sense for Chip to be asking you all for all this, but the one thing that I'm just thinking of is trying to get information on them on what it is that their overall goals are supposed to be. Because they came across us and they were wanting to take you two away, so something has to be going on with them in order for them to want to do something like that. So try to give information on what it is that they're trying to truly accomplish. And then another one is just going to be personal, just wanting to see if not the rifle itself, but maybe she has a
You mean the laser pistol?
Like a laser pistol.
Yeah, you can actually, as you look at the laser pistol, you can kind of tell it's like a poor quality one.
Freaking dog.
A poor quality one.
Yeah, so it's like any technology they came across is just stuff they've probably collected.
Well, I mean, I could always just have sod work on it to improve upon it.
Yeah, you actually, I'll say the other two as you look at their blaster rifles. You also can tell that these blaster rifles are of poor quality as well.
Okay.
So we're still on you, Commander Chip, for the moment. So
okay. All right, then back in the game, it's just I have 2 demands. 1, I want to know what is it that you all were after, because surely to goodness it must be something, or else you wouldn't go to these extremes to steal my companions away from me.
Well, you don't even know that they're trying. Oh no, she did announce they were going to try to take them, so you know this. Yeah. Never mind. So she will look at you and she's like, my crew was tasked with finding artifacts to bring back to help our Federation, and we were going back after failing to do so until we came across this beauty. When your ship came in, when your ship was picked up on our scanners, we knew we had to investigate. And now that we're here.
So what is your Federation's end goal supposed to be if you're all looking for these so-called artifacts?
To advance our society so that way we may live in peace and not worry about your kind coming after us.
My God.
Exactly. You hairless ape.
Oh, okay there. If there was something that was gonna go on between us, that is 100% out the window now, Missy.
And she kind of looks at you. It's like, well, I mean, I'm sure there will be some people from where I'm from that wouldn't mind using you up.
You see Chip contemplating on that. It's just like, you don't say. Anyway, that's not the point here.
you're like, it's like maybe. Wait, no.
It's just like, stew? No, not the time.
This is not the moment for that.
It's not the moment. It's just like, well, I don't know how things have been going on, but I've only been awake for like a week. I don't know what is going on.
All right, so we'll cut from that for a moment, and we're gonna go to Sod in the lower level, locked down with one of the guards just after disarming her. What do you want to do?
But don't like the idea of having her, sneaking around and doing stuff. So I'm going to find some way to restrain her.
All right, so well, how are you going to restrain her? I guess is the question.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. Because like from an in-universe perspective, he's literally just thought of that and is kind of sort of like looking around. It's like, oh, I should restrain her. Wait, I don't have anything on me to restrain.
So go ahead and make a strength check for me, since you're trying to restrain her. And depending on if you succeed or not, I'll let you know how that works out.
Oh, I got an 8 and a 4. Oh well.
So you just toss the blaster rifle aside, and then you try to leech out and try to grab at her. And again, you're like deadlocked with each other as she's like trying to fight you off.
I guess the cat people are stronger than they look.
All right. Then while that's still going on, we cut back to Duskwill's character, to Jedgar. The lioness guard you were facing was starting to run off, and then you told the ship to lock down, and then she just turns back to face you, and she's got like it's like the 1,000-yard stare of anger, just looking at you.
At that, I was sort of like start going. I have the my main body drone like start scuttering a bit closer to her, while one of my other smaller floating drones sort of like takes one of its appendages and like picks up her weapon that she dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And as he gets closer, he says, "Tell me, are you aware of any old Earth literature?"
She is not. She just shakes. She just kind of raises her eyebrow like quizzically at you. Like, what are you getting at?
The man whose memories and visage I have mingled with my own non-mortal form is a very famous author of human history, a very, very morbid individual, quite the imagination.
I don't usually care much about the works of hairless apes.
Well, I can see from your fur that you must be of quite the beauty from where you're from. And as a wise man once said, the death of a beautiful woman is unquestionably the most poetical topic in the world. Now tell me, considering you seem to be so well to have me at gunpoint, how well do you fare with one pointed at you?
Make a charisma check with advantage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, you know what? That's a nat 20, so I'm keeping that. Don't need to reroll
Holy
that.
shit!
Oh,
And a 6. Okay, 20 and a 6.
oh my god.
Okay, so here's what happened. So with the nat 20, you see as she kind of like looks at the two drones on the side of her, looks back at you, and she just raises her hands up in surrender.
Yeah, considering that he has her weapon pointed at her and has 3 drones with what could essentially be could be like improvised torture implements.
And then I'll say
Yeah.
for with the 6 of the d6, you have a drone that was down, and you still also you have another set of drones at lower level where Sod is at. They come online, and you kind of now see that Sod's having a difficult time with the other Linus guard.
I see you're not a lone actor aboard this ship. I do have eyes everywhere. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, feary, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. I don't know why these memories keep going through my head, but that's not the point at this moment. At that point, my voice will come out through one of the drones over at Sod. It says, "My dear friend, it seems you are having trouble with your guest of honor. I have mine in custody at this moment. Would you like to have some assistance?"
Yes, please. That would be very expedient.
All right, we'll cut to that back here in a moment. As we'll say, let me see. Actually, I need a roll to see if they will hit. So you all of a sudden will see as the ship, a single laser kind of shoots from the Star Cruiser, but it goes past your orbital ship, and you hear kind of cutting to Chip and Sable as y'all hear this large blast just kind of go from the ship and go by, and she's like, I believe that's what is known to many people as a warning shot.
Strike wood. You do that anymore, then we will see how many warning shots you all can actually obtain.
All right, so I guess Chip, kind of going back to you at this moment. What are you going to do?
It's like, what's her name again?
Sable.
Sable. That's it.
Sable.
Well, Captain Sable, you've only got one more opportunity. You can either disboard this ship, go back, and go about your merry way, or your ship is utterly destroyed with everybody on board.
So she still is holding the crappy blaster pistol in her hand, and she is pointed at you, but you do have her in such a precarious position. So make a charisma check with advantage.
Ooh. I got a 19 and a 2, thank God. I also rolled a 1 earlier. So just a 19.
All right. So she kind of locks eyes. She kind of gives you that glare. And then you see a small smirk come across her face as she slowly reholsters the blaster pistol on her hip. And she kind of touches the comm again. She's like, "Ladies, abort the mission and return to our ship."
Good kitty.
You shouldn't have said that.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
As she tries to pull the Han Solo chute first, as she suddenly fires from the hip and completely misses you, hitting one of the cryo chambers.
Oh God, do I want to make Chip do this or not?
Are you about to do something kind of funny?
If I could try to figure out a way to make this funny, it's just like,
Oh, I do need to remind you all, you do have don't forget your lucky tokens and the funny bits. The lucky token
Oh,
only
yeah.
allows you to re-roll, but the funny bits, if you read it up, they have different effects depending on how many you spend. And there is other ways to earn funny bits. I think it's like you have to like do like a funny fail or something like that. I always keep forgetting.
Yeah, you can earn funny bits if you sacrifice the chance to roll to just let the
oh, hold it. I got.
DM do something funny.
Hold on. I think I got something. You can try to argue with me on how the semantics of this would work, but I find this to be pretty funny. She shoots I want to use a funny bit to make it to where she shoots the cryopod.
Is it going to ricochet into something else?
No, what it's going to do is that the cryopod is going to open up. Chip is going to maneuver himself completely out of the way, and then like the stuff that causes you to freeze up backlashes and like shoots right at her, freezing her on the spot.
That is kind of funny.
I feel like there should be some kind of roll for that, but I don't know how.
That's he's using a funny bit, unless you want a base luck roll for that.
You know what?
Actually, you know what? I know what you should do. Roll to see whether or not she is in a cryogenically frozen form or just dead.
Just falls over, shatters.
You know what? Here's what's gonna happen. So, okay, so here's how I'm gonna do this. This will happen, but Chip, I need you to make a dex check to see if you can make it back to the elevator before the stuff spilling from the cryogenic fills the room and freezes you as well in the process.
Oh no, it's gassing the room.
Basically.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I got a 15 and a 4.
The 15 is just enough. You're able to make it into the elevator, and as she's like racing after you, and as she tries, as she's like reaching like towards the elevator door, and you watch us right before the elevator doors, as she like freezes in place, as the room is cryogassed, basically.
Yeah, boy. That's what you get for breaking my heart, bitch.
And then but here's the issue: is the Lioness guards won't actually leave until the captain comes back. So, let's resolve what's going on with Sod first. Well, actually, yeah. So Sod, you and two more of Jedgar's drones are around the one Lioness guard, and then they got the order to return to the ship. So, do you let her go back to the ship?
Yes, I will tell her, like, okay, your captain told you to get in the shuttlecraft. Well, get in the shuttlecraft. No, I'm not giving you back the rifle.
Yep, just see as she just rushes and gets back onto the little starship that they got in. And then, but going to Jedgar, are you allowing the other Linus guard to go back to the ship, or?
It seems you have the call to go back home. It would be ungentlemanly of me if I don't escort you there.
Okay, so I'll say you're able to escort her there. And I say, and
of course, she's still at gun and torture implement point.
Yeah. So, like, by the time you get down to the lower level and lead her back onto her ship with the other Linus guard, that's when Commander Chip, the elevator door opens with him on that lower level too, and you step out.
Okay, while I'm in the elevator, I want to do something real quick.
Oh, go ahead. What would you want to have happen before the scene?
All right, I was like, Anal, communicate with me. Communicate directly to me. Make sure nobody else hears the conversation between us.
Okay. So yeah, she's like, you just so at that moment she Anal disconnect. You all won't. The other two won't know that Anal will disconnect for a moment, but it's just now. It will now be just Chip and Anal talking.
Okay.
From a 1 to 10, 1 being a not at all, 10 to oh so mega boned. How boned are we at the moment?
Oh no, I have another idea.
Yeah.
All right. Is she talking to me directly?
Yes. Oh, and before I forget about it, give yourself another funny bit for that scene for crowd gassing the room.
Oh, so I just use a funny bit to regain it.
Yes, basically.
Nice.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie.
I mean, no, you didn't even have to spend a funny bit for that.
Oh, okay.
Unless, is that part of the thing is where you could just make something funny happen?
From the way how the game funny bit seems like, it seems like just only the DM find shit funny, you can get one.
Yeah, so you didn't have to spend a funny bit since I had to make you roll that dex check. So you didn't have to spend a funny bit, but you do gain one still for
Oh,
give me the hilarious idea of cryogas in the room with the captain in it.
Okay, so all right, so Adel, I need you to tell me, can you replicate her voice? Can you replicate the captain's voice?
She's like, I'm sorry, Captain, I am unable to.
Damn it. Oh. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how boned are we if they do not hear back from their captain?
You see it. You see, like on the screen that's in the elevator, a D10 starts to roll, and then it stops on a 1.
Oh, so not boned at all. Got it.
Not
I like the idea that as I roll the
not sure how
D10,
a terraforming AI can reference political turmoil or repercussions.
All right.
Okay.
This is going to be a stupid idea, considering that she already says that they don't like people like me. But in Chip's mind, oh, this is going to be awesome. I want her. All right. I want Anal to see if there's any way that she can dim the lights and make me look as intimidating as possible, and I want to project myself onto like the screen of aboard the ship and their like little space cruiser that they came upon.
make me a because of the situation, charisma check with advantage.
If need be, Anal can commandeer one of Jedgar's drones to make a holographic projection of them.
Okay, I got a 15 and a 4, so just a straight 15.
Okay, so you step out of the elevator onto the lower level, and the lights are dim just enough to give you almost like a Darth Vader intimidating presence.
That's what I'm going for. That is what I was going for.
And there, like a little bit of the cryogenic gas got into the elevator. It's not enough to freeze. It's just a little bit chilly, but it like comes out slowly as the elevator opens, so it gets like a little bit of a fog effect.
And like I said, I want the screen to be showing me like as I'm walking out of the elevator to the people on the ship and their little star cruiser that they came aboard on. If Anal can do that.
What you want Anal to do again one more time?
Okay, basically
broadcast a video of like a live feed of him to the enemy ship.
Yeah, with me stepping out of the elevator.
So you have Anal reestablish connection with the Star Cruiser ship, and it does. And you see like a male Tiger second in command on the screen.
All right. Chip is just going to walk out very slowly, intimidating, and it's like, and this is a Federation?
The Animal Alliance Federation, the AAF.
Right. Attention, AFF. AAF. Attention, AFF.
Still incorrect.
Yeah, this is still Chip.
Okay,
You know,
that's fair.
it, you have dissuaded us from any potential partnership going forward, and with the cost of your discretion, your captain is now our political prisoner. You all will be leaving this vessel, and you all will never return there. And if you ever want to see your captain ever alive again, you will refrain from mentioning our names to your superior officers.
Oh man. So again, charisma check with advantage. Good God.
Remember when this was supposed to be a comedy?
I mean,
I know, right?
comedy gets serious moments like this every now and then.
Yeah.
Because like Red Dwarf is a comedy. Mystery Science Theater 2000 is a comedy. It's just that it's not just jokes.
I got an 18 and a 5.
All right. So with that, the Linus guard. I assume you allow Anal to undo the lockdown on the ship so the Linus guards can leave on the little ship they came in.
What I'm going to do is I want their word that they're going to leave before we do anything.
The second in command Tiger guy on the screen looks like he's muttering off to the side to some other people. He's like, "Fine, we will leave you alone."
Good.
And so the Linus
And-
guards get on the ship. They will escape back to the Starship Cruiser, and you see very much as the Starship Cruiser turns around, facing away from you, and then light speeds off.
And I'm going to get back to Giger and Size, just like, well, that didn't go how I expected.
Oh, and unbeknownst to you, but I'll make known to you guys as players, I did roll a luck check to see if they will tell their superiors or not. They will not tell the superiors about this. So we end on like a little to be continued as the scene kind of cuts back to the cryogas room with the Linus captain still like frozen in position, but her eyes are still kind of like darting back and forth a little bit.
Okay, so she is alive.
She is still
Well,
very much alive.
Well, that did not go as I expected. But do.
Now I'm just saying, like, well, that just happened.
So everyone's at level 3 currently, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's see if you all will level up again. So you got to roll a d10, and you're trying to get over that score.
I was surprised Jagger did so well with the intimidations there.
That was actually badass.
Yeah, it was. I rolled a 6, so yeah, I got it.
Right, so you're now.
I rolled a 2, so I did not.
I rolled a
I got
9.
All right, so
I had a
only
lot more quotes in the chamber.
only Sod and Chip will level up. Jedgar will not. And I gotta find the image again for
Oh,
the level
Hunter.
up rules.
You would have appreciated the one I had in the chamber if the lioness didn't surrender.
What were you planning?
Unfortunate that you refuse a rather sensible action. Though there is another adage within old Earth literature. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality.
All right, hold on. I'm resharing.
All right,
the,
now we're just showing off.
level up.
Bro, Edgar Allan Poe's got some bangers. I'm just saying.
That works.
But yeah, I definitely was not expecting this episode to go the way it did.
Yeah. So again, you have when you level up, you add another attribute point to one of your stats. You gain another luck point. You get +1 to your evade score, and then you get another hit die. So you need to go ahead and whatever your die is, roll that to see how much more HP you guys have.
Oh, roll 1d10.
And what's? Oh yeah, never mind. It's the
It's a D8 for the human, a D4 for the simulation, and then a D10 for the artificial.
All right,
Oh,
so I don't have
all right.
29 max.
Oh wait, I forgot that squirrel's not leveling up. It's only Chip and Sod. Sorry.
Yeah.
I only rolled a 2. Man, Chip is a squishy boy.
What's your
He's only-
total?
18.
Oh yeah, that is a lot less than mine.
I have been rolling well on the hit dice.
And what'd you get for Sod?
I rolled a 3 for the hit die, so
Right. See, I kind of like this kind of idea of leveling up where you can just kind of roll to see if you do or not afterwards, because it makes it interesting to see if, like, because it's like the first couple levels, like, yeah, you guys level up. And then once you get to, like, maybe levels 3 and 4, it's like, well, maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a very interesting way about doing it.
We may have to do that Grindhouse Red. I may have to get that Grindhouse Red book to do that, do a blaxploitation like series at some point. That would be a funny one to do. No, because originally I was thinking about like using the solid thing I shared off and using everyday heroes instead. Was my original idea I had. So
I feel like I wanted to keep Chip at just a 6 for intelligence the entire time, but I feel like with everything that he was able to accomplish, he
It was
got
pretty smart.
He got a little bit smarter. I'll give him that.
Probably the adrenaline of a life or death situation actually kickstarting his brain a little bit.
Probably.
It's gonna be that moment where he's a dumbass every other time, but the moment he needs to lock in, he's actually one of the most intimidating things to ever come across.
Yeah, this fat balding with the mullet human is actually intimidating. That's hilarious. Oh my god, I realized what he reminds me of now that I'm thinking about it. He reminds me of the fanboy from that one episode of the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh wow. That's a throwback.
Yeah. It literally just dawned on my head just without the glasses. And it's a mullet, not a ponytail. But that's what I'm thinking of. But I'm guessing a 7 doesn't change anything, right? For the attribute.
Let me look. 7. You're still at -1.
That's what I figured.
Once you get to 9, you're at a 0.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about leveling up is like super like slow. But I mean, it does make for interesting characters.
Well, one thing about that's something very interesting to consider is like in some games, like gaining a level means you get this entire new repertoire of incredibly powerful abilities. And in some games, it's like, yes, I get a +1 to a random stat. Cool.
Yeah.
Which is like one of those things is like, honestly, the second one feels more, I wouldn't call it realistic, but it just kind of like makes more sense for a game where you actually like level up as a regular thing instead of like I don't actually understand the logic behind how in some systems you get so much more powerful every time you level up. It's just like feels logically inconsistent.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about because I got a couple different projects I'm working on RPG wise. The one that's kind of been on the back burner for a while is I wanted to take the Wretched Dixie supplement I made, but I want to convert it to Shadow Dark and call it Dixie Dark, and it's going to be like its own like actual game thing instead of just a supplement. And then the other thing I'm working on is I have this idea for like my own RPG, but I don't want it to be like an actual like full on like 100-page book. I just want it to be if you have seen the like the first editions of Knave and Cairn when those first came out, they were basically just booklets you could just print out. And that's kind of the format I want to go. Is I just want a booklet with some base rules that people can print out, but then you can just grab any of your OSR like books and spells and stuff and just throw those into the game as you wish.
Oh
That's
yeah.
kind of because it's like because like I don't have the time to do it, but I want something that's easy and accessible and affordable for people.
hmm
Because that's my biggest gripe now with a lot of games is how affordably lacking a lot of them are now.
Well, but that's one of those things that I came to realize with a lot of the like big name company stuff is that the corporate overlords want you to force you to buy like 20 books, and that's part of the reason why they split things up like that. It's because like they want to force you to buy all of the things.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember. I think I paid like 15, 20 bucks for just this Out of the Black Hack book alone. I mean, that was also including the shipping for him to send it to me. And I know he's told me that once he gets he's going to fix some stuff in it after finding some of the mistakes that we came across when we were doing session 0. He's going to fix it. And he's probably going to send me a new one at some point.
Hmm.
So, but Roger's a good dude and he makes good games. Like the other one that I have of his, it's a co-op game called Space Labyrinth, which it's like a dungeon crawl on a spaceship with like 1 or 2 people.
Well, one thing that I personally like as an idea for when you're doing space-based TTRPGs is, it's a thing you see in Star Trek a lot. It's like you go to a location. You're here to investigate the location. You start exploring the location, and you know that's an awful lot like a dungeon crawl. Just explained how you get there is just a little different. And other than that, it might as well be a dungeon crawl,
Yep. And
especially in
thanks. Sorry.
in the Turkana episode, because they literally are crawling around inside a alien bunker. Actually, it's not even alien. It's built by humans, but it's a bunker on an alien planet where they have to like find the enemy leader as part of their thing they're doing on Turkana. Like,
So what I really rolled for was when I rolled up for like what the episode was going to be about, I basically rolled up that you come across like a ship or another large object. So I decided let's introduce some more aliens, and so I rolled on like there's like alien counter table, and it gave me they're called Felinoids in the White Star book. So I just thought, what if it was just like an entire like just galactic federation of just anthro people? So I thought that was like
which
a very fun idea.
which would explain why my mind immediately went to Thundercats as an analogy.
Yeah, except more animals that can walk and talk than just like people with animal features. And then it's funny we didn't get to it, but the reason she brought up Musk because I had this funny because I know Elon Musk has talked about this before. The idea that the only reason that these anthro animals exist was because Elon Musk was able to help create them and bring them to existence. So I thought that was kind of a fun little origin thing, but we never got around to actually mentioning that. So, and now it got really quiet. Are you still there, Roger?
Yeah, I'm here. I just
All right,
had
you just-
nothing to contribute to all that.
Yeah, I got quiet because I'm reading the book, trying to figure out what happens with artificials gaining levels, and apparently I don't actually have any abilities that I gain from leveling up at all.
You can get you
I
can repair yourself, and you got the armor. That's basically it. Yeah.
because like so some of my things scale based on my level, I guess, but other than that, yeah.
That's not bad. But what have you guys been thinking about this game so far? After this is our 3rd episode we've done with this game so far. What do y'all think about it?
It's fun. I mean,
It is pretty fun. Like, and we definitely have a bunch of fun with it being the silly, ha funny game. But honestly, I think this session was actually kind of intimidating. It's got kind of a cool contrast.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Well, one thing that this it captured though that you miss with a lot of games that try to be funny is it's the style of humor. So a lot of the games that try to be funny are just like lame slapstick, not the kind of funny where it's like, ah, your gun is big, but have you considered this? And then pulling out some sort of ridiculous,
Like
uh,
actual sitcom situations.
yeah.
I'm trying to let me look it up real quick because my biggest example of doing that when it comes to not just with comedy but like story writing in general is that example that Trey Stone and Matt Parker gave about how they write their episodes of South
Mhm.
Park compared to like something like you would see in like a Family Guy.
Mhm.
Let me just look that up real quick.
Well, one thing that I was thinking of was Galaxy of Terror, which is not a movie that most people would think of in terms of a comedy. However, the movie, despite not being a comedy as a general rule, did use humor to, I guess you could say, leverage the story at certain points. Because, like, some aspects of it, see, because like it jumps really heavily into the whole, like, ironic fate thing because the fact that the dungeon that they were sent to explore is, a psionic maze that's, drawing from your subconscious to create terrors for you to fight. Well, that kind of gets into the whole, like, black humor thing because of the fact that what people fear most will inevitably be reflected in the world around them. So so again, it's like it's more of like a horror thing than a comedy, but it's kind of like the really, really dark kind of comedy.
I just remember something
Oh,
because I completely forgot that Roland Dunkster was just absent this whole entire time. I just imagine he walks out of the bathroom with a bag of poop and he's like, "Hey guys, what happened?"
What did I miss?
yeah.
There's a lot of weird noises going on the ship.
Yeah, yeah, this adventure is something that I could, like, the actual amount of time it took us in real life, I could see that as being, like, the entire, thing that, it took in universe too. So, it's like, he took a nap for an hour or 2 and like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
All right,
By
but
the way,
I've
what did you roll with the with the episode premise roll for this?
It was 53, which was basically kind of like either crash or come across a large ship or object.
And he
So
decided
just
okay.
to make it like a ship of another space faction.
yeah, basically just to kind of switch it up a little bit. So we got booty bandits, we got we got furry federation basically.
Almost started a galactic war with a whole space alliance of animal people.
Yeah. So what were you about to say, Roger?
I found the what I was looking for. It was the go South Park's golden rule. You need to fit but or therefore between every scene. It's like the whole thing of
Yes, and improv.
yes, like in improv and all that is like
Yeah.
the whole thing of like sh- she tried to shoot me, but but it missed and hit the crowd pod. Therefore, it caused the crowd pod to bust, but if it filled up the whole entire room, therefore freezing her there on the spot.
Hmm,
Yeah.
sure.
Ooh, that's gonna be some interesting maybe consequences in future episodes.
I mean, we do
Um,
kind of have to clean that up at some point, right?
I
Yeah.
mean, now we kind of have another NPC companion to have to worry about.
Or Victor.
And you may or may not be able to use the cryos chambers for a while, depending.
I mean, technically, when you really break it down, the only one that would actually need legit sleeping that would need something like that would be Chip, and he already has the bed in the captain's quarters.
Well, I had to retcon that because
Hmm.
Okay.
because the captain would also be using the cryo chambers as well to sleep.
Damn it.
Actually, you know what? Scratch that. There is his own cryo chamber in the captain's quarters.
There we go.
That's what I was thinking. It's like the captain's quarters would presumably have some sort of like a special thing for him, just to make sure he's extra safe or something.
Yeah, They had the same room on they had to use the room on the ship to store more stuff. So instead of beds, that was the cryo chambers for how to sleep. So, but with that said, thank you all for joining us for another wacky adventure of Flushed Out our Out in the Black Hack RPG campaign that we're doing right now. Tune in. Blah, blah, blah. Losing my words again. We're going to resume our bi-weekly schedule because last week was kind of like a weird one with everything that was going on. So in 2 weeks from now, we'll continue with season 1, episode 3, and next week will be our usual talk of pop culture and news stuff. So, Bar Hockman, where can everyone find you at?
Mostly on YouTube, but I also will sometimes stream on Kick or Twitch, and I have various social media under Marhawkman. So
That's cool. Where can everyone find you at?
Hey, you can find me on X at x.com _team. And I also tend to do stuff with the Mythoverse indie comic book multi-universe project. You can find them on X at Mythoverse and under the same name on YouTube.
Right. And Roger, where can everyone find you at?
You can find me over on X at the new updated handle at Goldie Roger Jr., where I will occasionally post some stuff, and if I can ever get everything figured out, start streaming video games over on my YouTube channel.
And don't forget about Rustic Rollers and Country Time Pop.
Yes. Well, Rustic Rollers, whenever I can find time to actually upload stuff and try to stream games, but it looks like it's just going to more or less be recording our games. But yes, also follow our other D&D, primarily D&D games over at Rustic Rollers, where hopefully tomorrow should be the next installment. We'll be working on Perils of Pandora, but tomorrow I should have the next session of our Curse of Strahd campaign up on there as well.
Yep. And there was some drama that happened in that one.
Yeah.
So, yep. And as always, you can find me on X, Rumble, and YouTube under the Ultra American TTRPGer, aka Ultra TTRPGER. And I usually do like my streams or videos dropped on Fridays where I talk about everything TRPG. I did a live stream last night with Victor Gorchev, aka the Scrying Dutchman, talking about his urban fantasy game releases and just discussing urban fantasy in general. That was fun to do because that's kind of one of the things I've been going more towards is like either the science fantasy or urban fantasy.
oh yeah,
So
those are great.
basically, yeah. So basically, it's like you either do the Bright movie or you do Krull, basically. And so thank you all for joining us again this Saturday morning. Have a good weekend. Roll some dice. Stay warm and be safe.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah.
You all